welcome back to Maths Miss Buick. In this question we've got a simultaneous equation where one is a linear equation and the other is a quadratic. So we begin the question by labelling the linear and labelling the quadratic. So the linear equation is the one without any squares on it. So it's simply this one, linear. And then a quadratic, well, we know quadratics have got squares in them, so that's why this one is called a quadratic. Okay. Now, we begin by taking the linear equation and we solve it to get either t on its own or s on its own. And in this question, it's much easier to get the t on its own because all we have to do is take this -3 and bring it over to the left. So we get 2s plus 3 is equal to t. And we're going to put a star there at both sides. Okay, now we're going to take out t from the quadratic up here, and everywhere we see our t, which is here, we're going to replace it with 2s plus 3. So we'll just write it out first of all. So 2s squared is equal to t squared plus 1. So we're taking out the t and we're putting in 2s plus 3, like so. Now you can see here that we've got a quadratic equation, but it's all in terms of the one variable, which is s. So it's very important when you do simultaneous equations where one is linear and one is quadratic, you solve the linear to get either t or s on its own, and you substitute either that t or the s into the quadratic, so there is only one variable. Now we're going to multiply all this out, so we can see here that we've got a square on this bracket, so we have 2s plus 3 by another 2s plus 3 plus 1. So let's multiply that out. So we have 2s squared is equal to 2s by 2s is 4s squared, 2s by 3 is 6s, 3 by 2s is another plus 6s, and 3 by 3 is 9, and don't forget our plus 1 here at the end. Now, we're getting a quadratic here, so we better simplify it out, put the s squareds first, then the s's and the numbers. We can see here that we've got 2s squared, so we'll bring this 2s squared across and we'll take it away from our 4s. So now we have 2s squared. We add our two 6s's to give us 12s, and we add our 9 and our 1 to give us plus 10 and equal that to 0. Now we're going to move on to dividing our equation across by 2 and solving to get a value for s, and then we'll go back and get a value for t. So let's make this, okay. So we're going to solve for s. So let's divide across by 2. So we get s squared plus 6s plus 5 equals 0. So let's open up two brackets. S squared is s by s, and we say two numbers that multiply to give 5 that add to give 6, so that's 5 and 1. So just to make it more clearer, I'm just going to underline the red, and the red are our s's. So is red. Now we're going to equal both brackets, so it's our s plus 5 equals 0 and our s plus 1 equals 0. So s is equal to -1 and s is equal to -5. So there are the values for the s. Now we come along and we have to solve to get two values for t, because if we have two values for s, then we also must have two values for t. Now let's recall, we know that t is equal to 2s plus 3. So let's reuse this equation. 2s plus 3 is equal to t. So let s equal -5. So let's put in -5 for that s. So we have 2 by -5 plus 3 is equal to t. So we've got negative 10 plus 3 is equal to t. So negative 7 is equal to t. So that's one answer for t. And let's find the other one. We'll write out the same equation again. So 2s plus 3 is equal to t. And let s equal negative 1. So we have 2 by negative 1 plus 3 is equal to t. Negative 2 plus 3 is equal to t. So 1 is equal to t. So now we have our four answers. We have s equals negative 5, t equals negative 7 to go with this and this. And then we have s is negative 1 and t is positive 1.